Good evening, beloveds. It is January 1st, 2023. I'm coming to you at 9 o'clock in the evening because we went to Dallas yesterday to watch a hockey game. I have a friend I work for at the Renaissance Festival, and that's what she likes to do for New Year's. She likes to go to see the Dallas Stars play, and she offered us the opportunity to come do that, and we said yes. And so yesterday we got on the road, drove to Dallas, and then had a fantastic time at the game, and we were all in bed before midnight and woke up, spent some time visiting, and then got on the road and came home. So we also stopped at the Buc-ee's in Ennis. Well, we stopped at the Buc-ee's in Madisonville on the way up, and then we stopped at the Buc-ee's on the way in Ennis on the way home. And I took a phone call, turned Tom loose, and that was a mistake. He found all kinds of stuff that we didn't need, but we bought anyway. We stopped there on the way up for food because we knew that we could get good food. And then we stopped on the way down because we needed gas. They have clean restrooms and the food's really good. So that was what I did for New Year's. I hope that you had a good... Then I came home and crashed. I wanted to make sure that I didn't interfere with David. So that's why I waited until 9 o'clock at night. It's like I do this at 9, so why not do it at 9 p.m. instead of 9 a.m.? I'll be back to my regularly scheduled 9 a.m. tomorrow. It's a little weird because it's New Year, but I'm still working on the old book because I started these in March. So we will get a new book in April. And I'm going to have to go find the bookmark. Whoop. This is the only problem with me doing it at 9 o'clock at night. I might yawn. All right, so it is January 1st. Our title is Thank You, God, for New Beginnings. I didn't use any of the punctuation when I put the title up there. Oh well. The first quote is, "And that ye put on the new person, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness." That is Ephesians 24, which I think we've done that quote recently. The new birth comes not by observation nor by loud proclamation, but through an inner sense of reality. And that is Science of Mind, page 472. At the time of the New Year's beginning, we are all conscious of the principle of opportunity. We resolve to make better use of our opportunities this year. The trouble is, this year eventually turns out to be last year, and last year we didn't seem to do as well. So why don't we get a completely new understanding of what the word beginning can mean to us? What we want to understand is beginning in the sense of cause rather than the sense of time. In the beginning refers to the inception of any particular creative series. There is no beginning for happiness as a quality, for instance, because God's joy is eternal and has forever existed. But individual happiness can have a beginning for an individual when joy has been given a place in the person's consciousness. Opportunity is forever at hand. There is no new year, there's only new consciousness. So let us be a little less concerned with the outward symbology of time as we count it, and realize that the creative power of God is constant and goes to work whenever it is rightly called upon, in faith and in positive thinking. I thank God for the joy of new opportunity. I give thanks for the year now ending and for the knowledge that I have done my best. I have expressed life at the level of my understanding. Now I know that in the coming year I will rise to the level of my understanding and will express life more abundantly, with success and with right employment and with love for all. I face the future fearlessly because right now I understand that God is my perfect life. And that is CC. That is Craig Carter. And I want to tell you that I'm really struck by one particular line in here. There is no beginning for happiness as a quality, for instance, because God's joy is eternal and has forever existed. we get overwhelmed by the new year, new you, the New Year's resolutions, and all of that nonsense. We do. I gave up making New Year's resolutions years ago because I realized that the new year, it's just a new calendar. Time is a construct. Time is made up. Time is so that we can boil an egg and to keep everything from happening all at once. And I'm like, well, just because we have turned into a new year, so I gave up New Year's resolutions years ago, and I've been a whole lot happier. It doesn't mean that I don't make changes. It just means I make changes when I need to make changes and not because the calendar told me to. And I really, really like the idea of all of the things that we want have always existed. Joy has always existed. What we are changing is our consciousness. What we are doing is aligning with a quality, a principle that has always existed. We don't have to create something from whole cloth. All we have to do is align with something that already exists. That is kind of earth-shattering and really cool. Craig Carter can be kind of, because, I've read 3/4 of this book now. He can be kind of in your face and straight up, but I like that. I really like that. Happiness has always existed. What it is it's my job to align with it. He says, stop looking at beginnings as time and look at beginnings as cause. All right? Because in Science of Mind, we talk about cause and effect. Frequently, what we are dealing with is effect. And if you want to make real change in your life, what you want to do is get back to cause. That's where all of those diets that you see that are on Psychology, there's been a lot of ads lately. I know it's because it's New Year. It's like, I eat because of fear of missing out. I eat because of free food. I eat because I've been seeing all of that. And it's like, so what is the cause? So once we know the cause, then we can make actual changes. If we're constantly running behind and dealing with the effects, we're running on a treadmill. We're never going to get where we're going. And so that's what he's saying. It's like, forget beginning as a time. You can begin whenever you want. Go back and look at beginning as a cause. Align your consciousness with whatever principle you want more of in your life, with the realization that it has always existed. It's always existed in God. And that is, therefore, we're just activating it. We are coming to that. We can go back to not thy will, but not my will, but thine be done. It's like, it's always existed in God. All I'm doing is aligning with a quality that has existed. And that's what he says. There is no new year. There is only new consciousness. So let us be a little less concerned with the outward symbology of time as we count it, and realize that the creative power of God is constant and goes to work whenever it is rightly called upon in faith and in positive thinking. So if you want a mission today, and maybe the mission for the year is to recognize the creative power of God as constant and align with it and call upon it. So as we go into this new year, whatever it is that you want to work on this year, recognize that it has always existed in God. Recognize that it has always existed in God and align yourself with that. All right? And I fully support you not making any New Year's resolutions. I don't do it. And I've been a whole lot happier since. So, that's the mission today, should you choose to accept it. Realize that whatever it is that you want has always already existed in God. Align yourself with that. All right? Craig Carter's pretty amazing. So I'm glad that they started the new year with that one. That's pretty powerful. The other mission is the same mission I give you every day, which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like. Mine was to lay down with the intention of taking a nap before I took care of whatever it is that I needed to do. And I woke up with 3 of the cats in the house asleep on me, and it was great, and I loved it. And you know, because I was tired when I came home. I drove to and fro. It was 4 hours in the car. Ugh. So I have some other work to do, which I'm going to go get on. But practice love, kindness, and compassion on yourself. You are your own best test subject. But more importantly than that, you deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. Absolutely. You are a beloved child of God. I encourage you to practice on yourself for the two reasons that I always state. One, it is absolutely about self-care, and self-care is extremely important, but it's also about making room for joy. All right? No matter what is going on, absolutely no matter what is going on, you can find room for joy. As Craig said, it's quality of God, it's principle that's always has always existed. And we deserve to make room for it no matter what's going on. So please do that. If it looks like taking a nap, if it looks like taking a walk, if it looks like eating dessert first, and you can take that literally or metaphorically. That was one of the things that I keep saying is this year I'm not gonna save the good things. I'm not gonna save the good things. And that was one of the things that I did this in 2022. I have a pair of Waterford crystal goblets that were gifted to my partner and I for our wedding. And they have been sitting in their box since I got them, and we've been married for more than 20 years now. And this year I looked at those goblets and I went, why are they still in the box? So I made room for them on my mantelpiece, and I get to look at them every day. So please do that kind of thing. That is part of what I mean by eat dessert first. Okay? Eat dessert first. Put the pretty plates out. Put the pretty glassware out. Use it. Don't save it for company. Especially when you're like me and it's a complete total introvert and very rarely have company. You know, don't save the good things. Yes. All right. So that was the loving, kind, compassionate part. I'm a little discombobulated because it is 9:00 at night. It's been a long weekend. I'm going to remind you to do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like. I'm going to remind you to drink plenty of water. I probably have not, so I need to get a little extra in tonight before it gets too late. I'm going to encourage you to get early in your day bright light. That was one of the cool things, is I didn't catch midnight, but I did catch the sunrise this morning, and it was beautiful. Tom said, "Hey, the sky is pink," and I went, "What?" So, I watched a little bit of the sunrise. So yeah, early in your day, bright light. It'll set you in a good place. They're called circadian rhythms. It's about hormone balance. You hear a lot about that too right now. When your hormones are in balance, you have more energy during the day. You sleep better at night. All right, unless you take a 3-hour nap. Then, well, we'll see how I sleep tonight. Probably pretty well, though. I just got off track. So, early in the day, right? Oh, okay. So, and I'm at that part with the quote from Ernest Holmes, which just popped right out of my head. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around you all the time. I like that quote. And I tell you occasionally why, because I have a sensation that I associate with it. When I open the windows in my living room and I feel that breath across my arms, that's what I think of when I open the windows of my soul. And there's lots of ways to open the windows of your soul. New experiences are one way to do it. New people are another way to do it. Service is always a good way to open the windows of your soul. Being authentically who you are, being vulnerable, love. That's how you open the windows of your soul. There's lots of ways to do it. But Emma gives really good advice. One of the ways which she says is to look for the good and praise it. And the cool thing about looking for the good is you can always find good. You can always find good. If for no other reason that you bring the good with you, because you are the good, You are absolutely good. You are a beloved child of God. You were created by God, of God, for God. You are the good. So, look for it, praise it. And if that doesn't open the windows of your soul, well, we got some more work to do. Okay. I think I'm at the social media part. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I'm on. If you want to know what's going on with the center, email info@creativelife.org. That will get you on the Constant Contact. That can get you to the Constant Contact. And the Constant Contact is the email. The hot links are hot. They'll either get you to the information you want or to the person. So if you want to know what's going on in the center, please email that. All right. I think that's where I'm at. I always do encourage you. I know today it's at the end of the day, but if you are watching this some other year or other date and it happens to be morning, then I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a New Year's Day, a recognizing the constant day, a take those New Year's resolutions and shove it day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. Because you are enough just as you are. As I've said before and will continue to say, you are a beloved child of God. You are a brilliant light. You are a divine spark. You are God in motion. You are spirit in action. You are a godling in whom God is well pleased and well represented. All right, beloveds. Whatever you are going to do with this new year, may you do it with gusto. May you do it with authenticity. May you do it with blessings. May you do it with love. May you do it with kindness. May you do it with compassion. Always. All right. I should be back at 9 a.m. with your regularly scheduled live stream. Reverend David should be back at his usual time, which is anywhere around 5 o'clock. He has a little bit more of an open schedule than I do. So, whatever else you know, please know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.